viewers, welcome back to Momma and Jess Talk Show. Today we have a wonderful and amazing lady to take a topic in the motherhood series, which we refer to as Momma Hustler. Momma Hustler. I'm sure you're wondering what hustling mommy means, but it's as simple as it sounds. That is exactly what it means. Mothers, we need to hustle besides having children, just making children in the house. So with me, I have an entrepreneur, a businesswoman, a very creative. There's no business that has come across South Africa that she has not, tasted a bit of it. So sit back. Please remember to subscribe to this channel to keep you in line of subsequent episodes. So, Mrs. Chinonye in the house. Woo! Good to have you on Mom and Jess. And thank you for having me in your very lovely and amazing home. By the way, you look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Please introduce yourself to the viewers.
Okay. Hello, guys. My name is Chinonye Odoh, and a mother of two beautiful kids.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yes, a daughter and a son. I'm happy to be part of this show, and I hope you have a good time listening to us today.
Interesting. You will believe me. She's one very funny and interesting lady. So you won't move an inch by the time we start. So are you ready? Let's hit the show.
Yes, I'm ready.
Yeah, Momma Hustler. Let's get to understand, what do you think Momma Hustler means in your perspective? What can you say about being a hustling mama?
In my perspective, being a hustling mama, it's something that every woman is meant to do.
Right.
As long as you breathe, because you know what? Not every time you depend on a man. Or even your husband.
That's true.
There are times that things might be very tough for him. The only person who can help to sustain that family should be the wife.
Right.
You understand? So that hustling spirit has been there. Even before I got married. I've been hustling, yes. The struggle is real. The struggle is real.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to know, how did you discover some of the skills you've had? Because I've known you to sell wigs. I've known you lately started a business which you're still going to share with us as time goes by. How did you get to discover all of the skills, and what inspired you?
Okay, first of all, I would say I was a banker.
Wow,
yeah,
amazing.
I graduated from school when I was 21 years. Wow. I graduated from the university, Imo State University to be precise. So after my youth service, I started job hunting. Before I got the job,
right,
I used to see some girls going to Lagos, bringing things down to Imo State to sell and all that. I was like, can I really do this? I was, that hustling
was not in
it was not in me. All I needed was a job.
Interesting.
So I'm like, okay, I jumped. I had to go for what I want. First of all, I went to do a job hunting. I was not invited for that exam. It was GTB Bank.
Right.
Yes,
right.
they had a test. I had to go for gate crashing. You know what gate crashing is?
Maybe you explain to some viewers that may not understand.
Gate crashing means you are not invited for an interview, for an exam.
And you just tried your luck.
You just went to try your luck. Me, I was one of those that like to try their luck. So what I did, we got to the interview, to the exam place, right? The first one was in Kaduna. I've never been to the north before. Wow. Kaduna was my first place.
Wow.
So I went for Access Bank one first. Yes. So we went in group, like my course-mates. Anywhere you are, and you find out that your other colleagues, they've not gotten a job, we send each other SMS messages
to catch up
so that we can catch up and run to go. Yeah. So they told me that they are going to Kaduna. I've never been to Kaduna. I said, okay, where are you guys? Let's go. We went there. My gate crashing. How I did my gate crashing was, when we got to the venue, they were saying, if you don't have the SMS, you can't get entrance into the space. So now one of us
to others.
Hey,
oh my
I now
goodness.
changed your name. Your name is Chinonye. I now changed Chinonye to GT Bank. and put it on my phone. So you sent me this message, and then it appeared as GT Bank. That's how I gained entrance into that place.
Into that.
Yes.
Wow,
so I went to write the exam. I wrote the exam. I passed.
Oh my goodness.
That was GT Bank. Then I did another. I didn't know that I passed. By the way.
Right.
So I went to another one. That was Access Bank.
Right.
I did for Access Bank. I gate crashed. I passed. I did for Oceanic Bank. That was the Abuja one.
Wow.
I went to Abuja. I did for Oceanic Bank the first one. They did not give us any reply. Feedback. Then they did another. I did another gate crash at Ozumbamba, where their head office. Then my gate crashing was very interesting. There, we know ourselves, so we did the same thing. Most of my classmates, all of us were in that hall, so we made sure that all of us got in. So when we got in there, I didn't know the exams. It was previous things that we've been doing. I passed it. Then in December, I was waiting for them to call me. Others, they said, oh, they've called me. Oh, this person is saying they've sent me to Lagos Island. Oh, this one is saying they sent me to Asaba. Wow. I'm like, why did they not call me? This hustling spirit no be here. So the next thing, what I did, I had to, from Owerri, I had to take transport to Lagos. When I got to Lagos, I went to their head office and I told them that I wrote exams with ABCD. And they all passed. And I'm sure I passed.
So what
happened? They now went through their system. My name was there.
Wow.
I'm like, is this one totally from my village? I don't understand what is happening. Village people at work. Oh. So they now said, okay, you go for medicals. I now went to, because of that push, they now started, they said, this girl that is pushing like this, there is a potential there. So they now I now wait for my interview, medicals and all that. Was now waiting for them to post me to a branch.
Right.
So it was now in January. They did not post me yet though. I went to Lagos again. I said, I've done everything you people asked. Why am I not in the branch? They then said, okay, where are you staying? I told them I'm staying in Festac. And I said, okay, you will resume in Festac branch. All these things was just like that. Wow. That was how I got a job. 7 months after my youth service, I started working. When I was now working, this God is too much. Oh.
Wow. When
I was now working, there is this young girl. She was 21. Mind you, I graduated at 21. I went for youth service 21, 22. There was this girl. I'm sure that I was older than her. I went to her profile in the bank. Right. So I now checked her age. She's younger than me, but she's controlling millions. What is this girl doing that she's controlling millions? See me now, nothing. One day she came to the branch again. I made friends with her. I asked her, what are you doing? She told me she's into clothing. She goes to she goes to Turkey, Dubai, all those places to buy things. I said, okay. Every information I was asking, she was giving me. So the thing now was now making me happy that I can do it if she can do it. If you can do it, I can do it. So while working in the bank, I visited South Africa. My elder brothers were here.
Right.
They are here. Right. So I visited, stayed 3-4 days, came back again. Now waiting for another holiday, came again. So when I was coming I brought some hair.
So that's how the business in South Africa started.
Yes, I brought in some hair.
Interesting.
So at Oaru Tambo, somebody saw the hair that I was wearing.
I was interested.
Yes, the person who saw me was an immigration officer.
Wow.
That wanted to stamp my passport. So she was like, your hair is so nice. I said, thank you. Do you sell them? How can I get them? I said, I have it in my box.
Oops. Interesting.
So she now took her number and gave to me. Then later when she was out from work, she called me. I was already in Devon. So I had to courier it to her.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
So my brother started taking me to different places where I can actually
sell your
hair. So I went to some shops like Bato. I'm sure you know him. I went to his shop. I went to Wise Man. There are different people that I went to their shops. I was selling.
Okay. And what year was this?
This was in 2009, 2010.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So imagine bringing in a box of a box of hair. I would not even put any clothes, oh, because I know that I will buy clothes here. So that's 2 luggage that they allow you
just
to
hair.
take. Just hair. So I will just sell it sharp within 3-4 days and collect my money and go back to work. I was working and doing
and
this.
selling.
So when I now saw that, hey, this small money, I invested a little and I was getting triple of the money. I said, okay, no, let me just go back. I went back. After some time, God's willing, things started changing. I said, you know what, maybe I should try South Africa. So when I came, because I used to come and go, I was like, let me come and try. Let me see if I can stay. Depending if they will extend my visa. So when they extended my visa, I decided to stay, and here am I today.
And that's how you met your husband, I'm sure.
Yes, that's how I met my husband.
Here in South Africa.
Yes, I met my husband.
Interesting. Viewers, just look at what side hustling can. Got a husband and 2 lovely kids. Glory to God.
Yes.
Yeah. So I just wanted you to share with us, what were your fears? Like, okay, you've told us how you started investing in your skills and your inspiration, but did you along the way get worried or have any fears? Because sometimes you get fearful. Business is a risk, actually.
Yes.
So those concerns, doubts, fears, worries, how were you able to deal with all of that?
You see, my kind of person is, I believe that if it is not going to work, it will not work. If it will work, it will work. So if you don't take a risk in life, you would never know the outcome. So I'm this person that, like, I'm a risk taker. If I try it, if it not work, I will know that I tried.
And there's no
I don't like it when somebody will tell me it will not work. That means you're a very negative person. I don't like negative people around me. I only prefer positive people around me. So if you're telling me something that I have decided to do and you want to bring my spirit down, I reject it for you. I will not go by what you want. I will do it. If I do it, if I fail, I know I fail. So I'm not always scared to take a step. No, I'm not.
And really,
scared.
I think that goes a long way for everything we ought to do or we want to do in life. A positive spirit, even when you profess, the word of God says that as well. When you profess positive things, it comes to reality. And I believe it works for even non-believers. Just being positive about what you're doing, it comes to reality. So thanks for letting us know about that. Let's get to also know, how, share your success story generally with us. What businesses have you attempted? Your success stories starting from this 2009 now.
Okay, my success story, by the grace of God, is I ran a restaurant. I ran a restaurant, and that restaurant, I ran it for quite some years. And you know what? I did not just start a restaurant. There is this, my in-law. He had a restaurant that he was selling only the South African food. And I realized that if he actually introduced the Nigerian food, that it's actually going to sell.
Because there are a lot of Nigerians as well.
So I only realized in 2009 that it's only three stores that sells food, like food. 3 or 4. Not like now that it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
You see. Right, so I now told him, okay, let's do this. Don't pay me. I just want to do it because I love cooking.
Wow.
Yes. Wow. One of my hobbies. I can be very lazy to clean, to sweep, but cooking, just give me the whole world. I will cook for the whole world. Yes. Yes. I'm very good with that. I give it to myself. So I'm like, let's do this. And then he said, okay, let's try. I told him what he needed to buy. I took advantage of that. I started importing foodstuff. I will sell to him and make my money while I help him make money. Yes. You take advantage of a lot of things.
Opportunities.
Yes. So opportunity came.
A lot of opportunities.
Yes, opportunity came.
Discover them.
Opportunity came. I realized that he's buying them so expensive from those stores. I can actually do this. So I import those things myself. He buys from me. I help him cook. Yes.
Wow.
So I basically was not paying rent, and he was not paying me. So we are helping each other here.
Mutual business.
You understand? So now when I cooked, I used to see a lot of queue, and that makes me happy. So his business started prospering. When his business was prospering, I'm like, okay, I've helped you. I didn't just start mine. I'm not that kind of person.
Oh.
I just, after 6 months, I saw his business have boomed enough. I'm like, okay, let me focus on other thing I'm doing, like hair. You know, that hair one is stress free for me because cooking is actually stressful. So I was focusing more on the hair part, right, and selling my food stuff to stores only.
Oh, right.
Yes, I don't do retail, I do wholesale.
Right.
So when I was doing all those things, I'm like, okay, can I have a time for myself now, because it's not easy. He said okay. So I had to help him get someone that would assist him cooking. But now people realize that since she's not the one,
the food is different.
It's now different. I said, but there's nothing I can do. I need to move ahead in life. I did not come to South Africa to come and cook.
Right.
So I chose that part. I was doing my other business. So somebody linked me up to a company. They started asking me for things. I said, oh, South Africa is here to favor me. Wow. That was
your major breakthrough.
Yes. So I continued like that, pushing. While I stopped, somebody tried phoning me. They were looking for my contact to give me a shop, a restaurant.
Wow.
They called me. I said, I don't want restaurant job. Oh. I don't want restaurant. No. They said, no, come and take it. We will give you the rent. Take it. The shop will be yours. Everything inside the shop is yours. Just come, please. You can cook very well. I said, you want to tie me down, Abi? He said, no, just take it. How much is the rent then? 6K. I said, okay, maybe I can afford 6K, but I don't want anything that will tie me down because I like exploring. So I said, okay, I can actually use this shop to do all my businesses.
Just advertise what you
Yes.
sell.
So now that was how I started.
Interesting.
A restaurant business.
Interesting.
It was very good. But you know the problem, the challenges I had then was with the workers. It was not easy.
They are not steady.
They are not steady. They are not stable. Yeah, I was devastated when they hit me hard. First one, my hard-earned money, they hit me hard. My first money they stole from me was 98,000.
Wow.
Yes, I wanted to commit suicide.
I can imagine then.
It was suicidal. 2011, 2nd of April. I will not forget that date. So I'm like,
thank God you've recovered.
Yeah, I recovered. I challenged God on that. I asked him, if you are a true God, if you really exist and you allow the devil to take what belongs to me, then I will know that there is no God. Yes, I challenged God. I told him, I suffered to get this money. I did not go in for prostitution. I did not go and ask men for money. So why would you allow me to go into this deep shit?
Challenge.
It's a big shit, big challenge. I can't. I went into fasting and praying. I said, God, you will do it.
God,
I said, you will finish this thing that you have started. If not, I will not serve you anymore. I will not go to church anymore. Me, I'm very stubborn. I did that. And
God is faithful.
Hey,
God
anybody that says that there is no God, that person is missing.
I'm telling you.
I'm a living testimony. See what God did for me. Yes, he proved himself. I was in the 4th day of my praying and fasting. They called me from Lagos. And they were like, okay, we will give you a credit. And then you pay after me.
Speaking about how God came through for you.
Yeah, so God now, when I gave him that challenge and I asked him that this is not what your plans are for me.
Right.
That you cannot allow the devil to take your glory. So somebody now called me from Lagos and told me, my suppliers, because I used to buy cash from them. And I said, you know what, we will give you credit. My first credit, you don't know me, I don't know you. They gave me credit.
From nowhere.
From nowhere. Somebody gave me credit of 2 million, 2011.
You're kidding me.
2011. Pay me whenever you are done selling. I'm like, are you sure? He said, yes. Do you know, I didn't even pay for the cargo. I didn't pay for the goods, nothing. He did everything. The only thing I paid for was when the thing arrived. When it arrived Joburg, that was the only time I paid for Korea. So God was faithful. You see, so it has made me to believe that there is God. And do you know the good part of it? God now opened it even more. I was able to pay for that credit less than 3 months. I recovered that lost money. and God doubled it.
Tripled.
Yes, it tripled it, and
to show you
I was
that
out of debt finally as at that time. So I kept on having different ideas of things to do. And me, I'm a super talented person.
I can see that. Just tell us how you balance motherhood and all of this hustling. And the recent one you noticed, because mothers watching, you know what got me interested in giving her this episode? You know, lately she started selling girl dresses, and if you are watching her in South Africa, you should check her out and follow up with her. I mean, very unique dresses that, you know, when it gets to Christmas, I start getting worried. I start panicking because I usually hardly see what my girls need to wear. So when she started this business, I was really like, for her to identify such a gap, you know, it takes someone that is, you know, I don't know, extra. You started with the food business, there was a gap there. So please share with us as a mother why it is important for mothers, you know, not just to sit back and probably just look after the children, and, you know, the essence of, you know, supporting the husband and identifying those gaps. Because some mothers will be like, there is no business to do really, but you have been able to identify some little gaps. Just share with us how you were able to go on this job.
While I was in the, remember I started first with hair.
Right.
From hair I added up with the cooking. From cooking I saw that I could sell the food stuff for cooking. I then got into groceries, food stuff. From the food stuff part. From the food stuff part. Yes. From the food stuff part. While I'm there, because I cannot sit at a place doing nothing. After some time I had to get a shop, another shop where I'm selling the hair, right? I was not actually interested in selling wigs. I was only selling hair. So I was motivated one day by my younger sister. I brought in one already made wig from Nigeria. And then my sister said, do you know you can make a wig? I said, maybe. She said, you can make it. I said, how? How do you mean you can make a wig?
To learn that now.
See, I'm a self-taught specialist.
Oh my
So what my sister did, when she told me that, I was so encouraged. I said, yes, I can do it. I made up my mind. I said, yes, I can do it. I can do it.
And you learned it.
How did I learn it?
YouTube, I guess.
What's YouTube? I went to, by the way, I don't know how to handle the machine.
Oh my God.
Sewing machine, I don't know. Wow. So I went to the store. I went to the store, and then I asked those people that I told them that I want to buy a machine. They looked at me. You want to buy a machine? I said, yes, I want to buy a machine. Do you know how to use it? I said, no. So why do you want to buy when you don't know? I said, no, you will teach me. You know, we are not teaching. We only teach you the basics. And what is the basic? How to run needles, how to roll the thread, and all that. I said, okay, just teach me the basic then. So they just taught me. Within 1 hour, I was able to learn how to assemble, how to put the pin if your pin break, if the needle breaks, how to fix it, and all that. I learned that under 1 hour. And then they told me, they said, you are so determined. I said, yes, because I have a project. I said, okay. So what did I do? After that, I broke like 22 pins before I became a professional. Determination, guys. Determination. I broke 22 pins. And in that process, remember, I don't know how to handle the machine. But I managed to use my IQ to learn that if this thing happens like this, I can be able to sort it like this. So I gave myself that project. Somebody came into the shop and said, sister, I want to buy hair from you. Can you make a wig for me? I said, yes, I can make. I remember this Nonye has never made a wig before. So I looked at that one that I bought before. I looked through it. Can I do this? It took me 1 month to make one wig. 1 whole month to make a wig. Yes. So if the customer calls me, I'll tell her, oh, it's not done yet. It's not finished yet. Give me time. So it took me 1 month to make a customer's wig. Wow. And I did it. And you got it perfect. Yes. Determination. Hey. Oh. So when I finished that wig, remember, this is a self-taught. Right. So her friend now saw that the wig was nice. She now came in to order for hers and told me she would come for her own. I was scared inside me that hey, I don't know the story to give to this woman, but I think I can do it. I said, okay, fine, let me do this. I told her, bring it, I will do it. She now came. It took me 2 weeks to do hers.
Now lesser period of
Now
time.
from 1 month to 2 weeks. Now after the 2 weeks one, I said, okay, I can still do this thing. Another person, that person she brought another person, number 3. During that process,
now
it took me 7 days. Yes, from 30 days to 2 weeks to 7 days, like that. Another time 3 days. Another time. Today I can make a wig in 30 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, that is what
Power of
determination.
determination.
Yes, I was very determined to learn. Right? Remember, I don't know how to handle a machine, but determination made me.
Now.
Yes, determination made me. And there's another thing that I learned because I've owned the machine now.
Right.
So
Practice.
yes, I was practicing until now. I'm very perfect. I'm very good. I can close my eye and make a wig. Yes, and I'm so happy about it. Then somebody called me on the phone last year. She said, please, I need a hair bonnet. You know what a hair bonnet is?
Yeah, this one.
Yes, this one that is running now. She said, I need 200 pieces. Can you order from Nigeria for me? I called my sister. My sister was still in Nigeria. Then I called her. Please check for me how much is this hair bonnet. Right. How much they are selling it. She told me. And then I went to YouTube. I went to YouTube to learn how they did it. Lo and behold, a friend of mine just came. The girl, I helped her to get a job, and she knows how to sew. So she now came. I said, please, can you help me to cut? I didn't tell her that I don't know how to cut. Right. I just said, please help me to cut it. I'm busy. When she was cutting, I was watching. And I was sewing the wig. I was watching. So where I did not understand, I told her, hey, please, what did you just do now? You don't make a mistake. You will spoil my material. But I wanted to see how she did it. So immediately I picked it up. Then she was done. She said, okay, here is it. I'm rushing. I said, thank you. Now I have learned how to cut.
Make a bonnet too.
You see, so that project that lady gave to me, 200 pieces. Instead of me to order from Nigeria, I had to make them 200 pieces.
Viewers, are you watching? I had
to make the 200 hair bonnets. And today, I'm a professional. I sell hair bonnets. I took advantage of an opportunity that came for me to deliver. I had to make it myself.
You know, viewers, personally, I would like just order for her.
I am a manufacturer now of hair bonnets.
Determination is key in everything.
Definitely. And guess what? While I was still at it, because I'm not at rest as I speak. When I gave birth to my son, I went to Woolworths to go look for clothes for my son.
Right.
And I couldn't find what I actually like. I'm like, okay, I think this should be an advantage to venture into a business like this, because you know a child that you've looked for after 7 years, he just came.
You want the best for you want the best.
So you want the best. I love my kids looking smart. I don't mind wearing rags, but my kids must look smart and they must look good and they must feed well. Their stomach, their body is very, and their education top notch. So I'm like, okay, let me do this. So I ordered my first set. The quality was very good. I said, oh yeah, I can do this. So my child inspired me to go into the clothing line. Yes, and also for my daughter. So I'm like, okay, let me not just depend on boys. Let me mix. So today it's 9 months. My kiddies line is 9 months old today.
Viewers, I just came to get one as well and use the opportunity to do this. I tell you, the dresses are. So please, in case you're interested, you can link up.
Yeah, from 6 months old to 13, 14 years old. Yeah, both girls and boys.
Interesting.
Yeah, so while I'm doing that, I'm still searching for more business. I don't like to sit at home doing nothing, you know. So I keep on looking for business ideas, avenues to raise funds, because we have a life to live. We're in a foreign land.
Yeah. And most of all, I think mothers, it's good for us. She's relaxing in the peace and comfort of her home and side hustling. making her cash. So this is the reason why we titled the topic, Momma Hustler. You can hustle by the side if there's no, office job, because now the pandemic and all of that, the opportunities for employment is difficult, but there are opportunities out there for us to discover, just like she has shared with us. So I don't know, to wrap up everything, any advice for mothers watching that probably are considering going to any business or whatever?
Okay, my advice for you moms is this: do not sit at home thinking that there is nothing you can do. You can pick up your phone if you know something of interest that you love doing.
Right.
Pick up your phone, go to Google, go to YouTube, search for things. You can learn from YouTube. Like I told you, I'm a self-taught person. I learned how to make a wig from YouTube, even to make edges. I learned it. No, I never went to school for anything fashion or anything hairstylist. I never went to school for all those. By the way, I'm a graduate of computer science. But look at my field today. I'm not even in that line. I am very far away from that line. So there are things that we can do. Some people, if you sit at home and you don't know what to do, don't go to people's status. That is one advice I want to give to you. Don't go to watch people's status so that you can see if they are wearing nice clothes, or if they are living in a posh house, or if they are doing well. No. Go to people's status, see what you can do for yourself. Like me, I'm not this person that watches people's status and not pick one or two things. If I come to your status and I watch your status, I pick up one business I can do through your status.
Wow.
Yes, I pick up things I can do. Like say for example, if you are selling bags, even if it is the A grade of Gucci, for example, and I don't know the source where you're getting it from, what I do, if on your status, I'm talking to moms that are not doing anything, if I see that you wrote it that is being sold for 4,000, what I will do is I will copy that picture, replace it with my own picture, and put my own price. My customers who is watching my status would see that I'm selling this thing. They will demand it. I will use my money to pay. I will buy it and sell it to the next person. Mind you, if you have the money, you can do it. If you don't have the money, listen and listen carefully. What you do is, if something is sold for 4,000 and you don't have 4,000, and somebody is interested in the 4,000, remember what the customer would pay, you will deliver, right? So now you put your profit. If the customer pays you 4.5, you sell it to this person. You give the money to this person, the original owner. You pay her the 4,000. She gives you the stock. You courier to this person. So you are like a middleman. So you make your profit without buying that product. So you can actually sit at home and do business. Go to people's status, watch their status, copy something positive, one or two things. You can. I'm sure you have people that use your WhatsApp status or even your Facebook. There is a lot of money.
Even generally on the social media.
Yes, there are millions. There are millions on social media. So you just have to sit and know where you fit in and make your money out of it. You don't sit at home and expect something to come. No, it won't come. You have to
look for
go search for it. So I advise you, there is no limit to what you want. Yes, there is no limit. Go start today. If you are not watching people's status, go today, search. When you are watching status, like me, a lot of customers that I don't know, people I don't know, they ask me, please, can you take out the price list? Can you take out the price that you tagged on your product? Take it out and send us a plain picture. And I do that. And I end up even getting more customers for myself. I end up getting more customers for myself. So now she can be the middleman, and he is the one who wants something. He buys from her, she buys from me. So we are all squared. Can you see that?
Viewers, we don't have anything more to say.
Yeah.
Nonye has, she has given us a lowdown. So many things so many nuggets for mothers in the house. Myself, I've also learned. So I think I have to go home and, you know, put on my thinking cap and, you know, see what exactly where I need to fit in and what opportunities I need to grab. You might need to do that too.
And second, sorry to cut you. Don't be ashamed in whatever business you want to do.
Right.
Don't be ashamed in anything. There is pride in any genuine business. There is pride in every genuine business.
Right.
Whatever you want to do, take away pride, take away what will people say. No, they won't put food on your table. Remember, nobody will pay your bills.
That's true.
You pay your bills. So therefore, take away every pride, take away every big manism,
and just focus
on what you want, and you'll be fine.
Viewers, need I say more? We will end it on this note. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in the house. I believe you've learned one or two things. Share this episode with every mother you know, friend, colleagues, and well-wishers. God bless you, and see you next episode. Bye.